The same thing they did, let's go back way in history now. At the time of the Muslims, when the Muslims were ruling Palestine, we're talking about hundreds of years ago. The same crusaders, the same knights in shining armor, the same ones who had the cross on their chest, when they entered Jerusalem and they saw the affluence and the dignity and the cleanliness of the streets of the Muslims, and they saw that the Muslims were living a life of glory, the books of Islamic history states that those same knights, those same crusaders, they trembled in awe. Because what they thought that they were going to meet some barbarians, and they thought that they were going to see something worse than what they are accustomed seeing in England and UK. But when they went into the Muslim lands, they saw people who bathed on a daily basis, who washed their faces and hands 5 times, at least 5 times a day. They saw people who cannot stand for having filth on their clothes. They saw streets that are clean. They saw men carrying about themselves in dignity. They saw all this with their eyes, and then you know what they did? They ravaged the entire of Jerusalem. Until the books of history mention that the blood was in the streets up to the knees. This is Jerusalem. The blood of the Muslims were in the streets up to their knees. And they took everything. They took all the inventions. They took all the technology, everything, and they went back to Europe. And that is why in the Vatican, it holds a lot of secrets. The Vatican holds a lot of secrets. The Vatican is the base of the Christian empire. The Pope is equal to the Caliph in Islam. So they raped the Muslim lands, they killed them out, and then they took everything. From then, they started to build on all the inventions. Inventions even simple as soap and the use of soap. They never used to bathe on a daily basis, the Europeans. So they took everything and they started to build on it, started to study it, build on it. And from there, you got the industrial boom. You got where you have cell phones, you have engines. All these things came from the inventions of Muslims that were taken from the Muslim lands.